your horse's legs like a pro? After this brief demonstration and a little practice, maybe you can. Hi, my name is Carly. I'm 14, and this will be my 5th year in 4-H.
My name is Penelope. I'm 13, and this will also be my 5th year in 4-H.
And this is Peg. He is a left leg. We are a part of the Kingdom Hoofbeats 4-H Club from Orleans County, and today we will be showing you how to safely wrap and unwrap your horse's legs with polo wraps. Before you start with a rehorse, you want to make sure to stand in a safe position close to the horse's shoulder facing back. For this demonstration, we will allow Peg on the table. Before you put your polo on, you want to make sure your horse is desensitized to things in their legs. Some ways of doing this are touching and working with their legs a lot. Penelope will start by making sure the leg is clean and dry. Then she will take a polo wrap appropriately sized for your horse and begin on the inside at about the middle of the leg, wrapping it towards the chest. You want to make sure the very end is not over the tendon, that would be right about here. You want to wrap down, overlapping some until just below the pastern. When you go to the pastern, you want to make a crisscross pattern so the bottom stays together. Then working your way back up, making sure it doesn't fold so it doesn't create any unwanted pressure. While wrapping, you want the layers to be as even as you can. What I mean by this is you don't want it to be too thick in one spot. It's okay to re-wrap it if you need. You won't get it perfect on your first try. At the end, you want your Velcro to be on the outside of the leg facing back to prevent it from being rubbed off. When you have your leg wrapped, you want to make sure you can fit 2 fingers inside comfortably on both the top and the bottom. Some horses require a little extra protection. A way to provide this is by using an overreach boot. To put on the boot, you will unvelcro and then wrap around the hoof. You will also want to be able to fit 2 fingers inside comfortably.
There are many reasons why you should wrap your horse's legs. Some examples are trailering, protection from wounds, and to help reduce concussion from things like when you are jumping or barrel racing, so that there is more protection on the horse's legs. Some reasons to use an overreach boot are to protect the hoof and bottom of the pastern, and if your horse has shoes, they can be used to prevent the shoe from being pulled off. Before you take your polos off, you want to make sure you take off your overreach boot. Now, Carly will show you how to properly unwrap your polo. You first want to make sure you are back in your safe position. She begins by making sure that the polo is clean of any debris before you start, and clean of any debris. Then she starts by undoing the Velcro and secure it back on itself. Then you want to start rolling. You want to keep steady pressure against the leg to help your roll stay better. We chose this presentation because we wanted to learn how to wrap your horse's legs to keep them safer. While we were preparing for this presentation, we had not only learned how to wrap legs, but also how important it is to wrap them in certain situations. The steps we took to create this presentation were: first, we had gathered all our knowledge on how to wrap polos. Then we asked our leaders about any steps we weren't quite sure on how to do. Then we asked our peers and 4-H leaders for feedback on our presentation. If we were to do this again, we would like to find a polo that fits our horse's legs better. When you are done, your polos are now all wrapped up and ready for the next time you use them. After your polo is off your horse, if the polo is wet or dirty, it can be later unrolled and washed or hung up to dry. Or if your polo is wet or dirty, it can be later unrolled and hung up to dry or washed. It's really important that your horse is desensitized to the sound of Velcro and things being on their legs and hooves. If your horse is not used to it, it can put you and your horse in danger of hurting themselves or others. It's also very important that you brush and clean your horse's legs before and after removing leg protection. If there's any dirt or moisture on the skin, it could cause punctures and potential bacteria. Just kind of like a brief summary of this. You want to make sure that your leg is clean and dry before you put on the polo. While putting on the polo, you want to make sure you are in a safe position at all times and keeping steady pressure while wrapping your polo the right way. After, you want to make sure that your polo is clean and dry again, making sure that there isn't potential bacteria on it. Then, you want to make sure your horse is also safe and clean of any debris. With a little practice and following these steps, you can wrap it right too. We would also like to thank our 4-H leaders and peers for helping us on this or make this presentation real. Thank you for listening to our presentation. Are there any questions?
Do you know the origin of the polo wrap?
The question is, do we know what the origin of the polo wrap is? They had been invented to help protect the legs of the polo ponies while they were playing, since there is a lot of danger in the game.
Are there different types of polo wraps?
The question is, are there different types of polo wraps? There are a couple different types. Some have Velcro, some don't. There's not really too big of a difference in them, but it's something.
Some can be used for like trailering and stuff, like the Velcro ones can be used for riding, and like the ones without Velcro can be used to like protect wounds and stuff.